Good morning, everybody. Welcome to GGS Railways. We're going to drink some coffee. We're going to run some trains this morning before I need to go to work. I'm trying to get rid of a little bit of a headache, so hopefully this will work. Coffee is generally a miracle cure for that. It's kind of a sinus-type headache. So anyway, let's get on to the fun stuff. Let's run some trains. Then I obviously need to go to work. So, all right, guys, with no further ado, let's run some trains. All right, yes, that's going. One thing about it, when you do finally get all this stuff going, it's pretty noisy. I'm surprised nobody's complained. Try the Amtrak. I'll move for just a second. Let's give it a little bit of encouragement. We're not gonna baby it too much this morning. Just hit it pretty blazing. All right. So I've had a problem on this second half of the what do we call that, figure eight here, where it has less power when it enters this side of the figure eight. I don't know if that's that crossover or a bad piece of track. I mean, the track is horrible. But uh-oh, you see that? I had an accident already. So let's see. Let's get over here and figure out what happened. Usually when I turn on the camera for you guys, this kind of stuff doesn't happen. They're trying to be on their best behavior. So let's see what happened here. I really can't exactly. Oh, it looks like the track got funky. Uh-oh. I just got run over by a train, guys. Promise I'm okay, though. All right, so somehow this got bent. That's odd. Now, these tracks aren't nailed down, so it's easy for these to walk around and move and do all kinds of things that you really don't want them to do. Sooner or later, I will have a stationary layout. All right, so I'm not sure, but I think the store moved. Uh-oh. Well, I just ran over the store, too. Well, I'm not a very good engineer, apparently. All right, let's get this guy back on the track. It was like kind of a slow motion type crash. It's just like very uneventful. All right. So I think that's on the track good. I think everything's on the track good. Let's try it out. Backwards. Don't really want backwards. It's almost like sometimes gremlins come in here and play with this stuff at night. I know they don't, but it seems that way sometimes. Now this crossing guard kind of moves around and he kind of creates havoc sometimes. All right. One more try with the Amtrak and then we're going to move on to something else. That track is sure dirty. All right, let's see. Don't really want backwards. Back into the land of no power. That was running pretty good the other day. Yeah, it's got a not great spot there. All right, so I think that'll be okay. Just don't want it to fly off and hit the other one. That tends to make all three go weird. Uh-oh. Do you see that? Some days this stuff just is wonky. Today really is one of those days. Let's see. Maybe we won't get many trains running today. At this rate, we won't for sure. So this guy came off the track. Not sure what his issue is. Perhaps just a fluke. Stuff does come off the track sometimes. So I want to look and see if there's some sort of debris or something. I don't see anything. It doesn't mean it's not there, though. All right, let's try this one more time, and then if not, we'll move on to something else. All right, let's see if I can get over here without getting run over by the train again. All right, apparently this isn't going to be one of those days where everything just works real well. Okay, there must be something wrong with this guy. Let me look. You know, I don't see anything. Traction tires are still on. All right, we're going to give it one more shot, and then we're going to give this up. I'm pretty patient, but I'm also wanting to play with my trains. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Hey. Got run over by more trains today than probably ever. So, all right. I'm wondering if this track here has moved up a little, maybe. All right, let's try this. Didn't know we were going to have quite that much trouble with the one that never gives us trouble. All right, well, it seems happy now. I'm going to slow it down. Maybe it'll behave. Hey! Puppies are playing in there. Sometimes they play a little too rough. Hey, I got run over by a train yet again. Okay, well. All right, well. The good news is I think I got everything sorted out over here. Get out of here before we script something else. All right, so the rest of this. No, I'm not even going to finish that sentence, but. All right, so here we have another traction tire. This one appears rotten. I wonder where these are coming from. I don't know that I have like an MTH that's old enough to have rotten tires. So this almost has to. All right, well, the Burlington Northern is DOA for today, apparently. All right, let's just shut him off. He'll just be there for looks. He'll just be here for looks. I can't exactly figure out what his problem is. It's so weird that sometimes this stuff will run, I mean, almost literally for hours on end. No problems, and other times you just can't even keep it on. Okay, what else do I have over here? I think I have the, let me put this traction tire up here. I think I have the control for the marks we just put on over here. I need to redo all these transformers in their locations. So this was not planned at all. So, all right. No power there. I can't tell if it's doing anything or not. Yep, it did something. All right. We may have an issue with the track. It worked for a moment. All right, I'm going to set it to where I think it probably ought to go. And we'll give it some encouragement on the other end. So, all right, I don't think there's anything else over here that's going to run. I have the 666 over here, but for some reason that track seems to be just totally dead. So, all right, let's go over here. Tired of being over here in the corner. All right. Well, I haven't drinking much coffee, so apparently I'm not doing this right. All right, let's try to get this marks to go. I think it's probably going to be too fast, but we'll see. Backwards even, wow. That wasn't the plan exactly. All right, we're definitely going to have to turn it down. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, we are not having good train days today. You know, I used to go to car races, automotive car races. And I enjoyed the heck out of it, but, a lot of the fun was, to see if something was going to crash. So maybe somebody will enjoy the crashes. I don't know. I'm not offended if you enjoy the crashes. We try not to crash them, but, they do crash. All right, so this guy has come off the track at the exact same spot again. There's clearly something up right here. Oh, all right. I think it's likely a combination of things. All right. This boxcar, the Rio Grande. I was telling last time I live streamed that when I first got it, which I was a little kid when I got it, that I couldn't keep it on the track, and now it's doing exactly the same thing. And I was bragging that, oh, well, it worked itself out. But anyway, well, I keep getting run over by the train. I guess it's a good thing it's a toy, right? Or model train. All right. So let's get back over here to the marks. At this rate, we're not going to run nothing. At this rate, we're just going to fix stuff. All right. I'm not sure. Oh, well, I see what happened. Okay, so today apparently is going to be one of those, I call them bad track days. This guy just simply came apart. Is what happened here. So, all right. You can certainly put that back together. That's easy enough. The tracks are good, but when you run these guys over and over and over, they do tend to walk, disconnect, whatever. So, all right, had a little bit of a piece of debris in there. Got that out from under it. All right. So here in a minute, with any luck at all, which apparently we don't have today, my headache is going away though. So there's that. I didn't notice that it was going away. It's funny how headaches work like that, where you don't notice when it goes away, but you notice when it's like blazing. I think the coffee must be helping. All right, so I've got this Marks track powered. Let's see if we can trick it into doing what we want it to do, as opposed to what it wants to do. So far, all it wants to do is go backwards. Okay, this did a little tap on the E unit there. Got the voltage maybe a little too low to have it operate correctly here. All right, well. All right. Definitely not the best train day today. But you have those. I mean, that's part of the fun. It's kind of challenging. You get to figure out things. You get to do things. So if anybody's in the chat chatting, I'm sorry. Chat amongst yourself because I'm trying to figure this baloney out. All right. So I'm over here with the control. So that's a start. Really help if I stop getting run over by the train. I don't think I've ever been run over as much as I have this morning. All right, well, we finally have the marks running. So, you know, my nature is to figure out what's wrong with that track, but that's not what we're doing right now, is it? We're running cars. This is Coffee and Trains. So, okay. We'll run these military-inspired cars that I showed you guys last night. If you haven't seen that video, I did that yesterday. So, let's see. That's this transformer, I believe. Yeah, that's an MTH. We won't have any difficulties with this one, I don't believe. They run pretty smooth, which makes a difference because it doesn't, move and rattle the track quite as much as, like, say, the Marks. The Marks is pretty violent in its movement sometimes. So, all right, well, we finally got a few things going here. While I'm over here, I'm going to turn on the N scale. I can't recall if you guys can see that or not. But that one's always easy. It's always like no drama, 0, nothing. Yeah, I appreciate that. Sometimes it's nice just to have stuff to work. So, okay, I think I can finally sit down. The rest of anything I'm going to do is over here with my coffee. Got the controls over here on the table. All right. So how are we looking? All right. Well, I probably should have like checked that out before I did all that. But anyway, it looks fine. So, okay, let's see. What do we want to do next? I think this is that's the MTH where I heard the bell. So on these MTH, especially the older ones, I've converted the one that I'm fixing around, the orange one, to it's not a battery. It connects like a battery. It's like, I think, actually a capacitor, but you still got to give it like just a minute for it to build up its capacitive charge so that you can run the string correctly on these conventional power supplies. So it ought to be ready to go. There we go. All right. Pretty cool. Okay. So let's see. It seems like it may be just a little fast. When I got the the BNSF, the orange MPH that's running right now, I was too excited to try to figure out how to turn it down. And man, it was loud. Why did it need to be that loud? So one of my friends says, "This is the loud one." Well, I turned it down now. It's not as loud. All right, so the standard gauge looks like it's gonna flunk out on moving right this moment. We'll come back to that in a second. Let's see, we got the American Flyer Blue Comet. Oh, that's actually not the track I thought it was. It's over there, and I can't tell that it's doing anything. All right, we'll come back to that. So this is the American Flyer Blue Comet, and it doesn't appear to have power. So all right, let's see what we can figure out here. Oh, there it goes. These these MRC walk around transformers are a little odd. I mean, they're very old, so I mean, maybe they're just odd because they're a little old. Well, all right. Well, the American Flyer didn't quite make it around the track. We're gonna give it a little helping hand, maybe. Generally, this one is okay. The Santa Fe American Flyer is just a booger. I'm not sure what's up with that guy. He just does not like to play. Oh, this guy came off the track. What the heck? It never comes off the track. See, this is going to just be a bad track day. All right, so let's see what happens. There's some sparks flying and all kinds of things happening over here. Grandma's coming here at night and jacking this stuff. I don't know. I know that's not true. I'm just talking. All right, let's try it one more time. And not unlike the Burlington Northern, if it doesn't work, we're just gonna say whatever. Okay, so I don't see sparks flying. I don't see. Oh yeah, I do. No, okay. I'm not sure what's up with that. I wonder if there's something underneath the locomotive, maybe. I'm gonna stop it and look. I wanna. I mean, if it's just dirty, that's one thing, but I don't wanna mess anything up. So okay, I do actually see the problem. I don't know if the camera can see it, but this brush here has got a buildup of carbon and dust and dirt and yuck. So it just needs to be cleaned. Probably just cleaned it good enough with my finger for now. I don't really want to touch my train though, now that I've got this on my hand. So I'm gonna go wash my hand and I'll be right back. So I think this lavalier is a pretty good range. So I think I can probably make it over here to the hand sink. Is that a lot of issue? That's a lot quieter over here for sure. That one a little more often. It picks up in a little bit different way. I don't know if you could see it on the camera, but those brushes kind of spring down from the trucks. They're kind of a wedge looking thing that comes down, and it's not like the Lionel or even the American Flyer steam engine. It's it's an actual brush that comes down that rides on the I guess you don't call it a brush, a pickup that rides on the track. So anyway, whatever. I think we probably can safely run it now, and if not, well, we'll do something else. All right. But first, I think I'm going to slow down the MTH because it seems to be a little aggressive on its speed. There we go. It doesn't need to go that fast. It has nowhere to go. It's going in circles. All right. So let's see what we can do here. Let's see. I think we can do this. Get her connected. All right. So I think it'll work now. Unless that track's just as dirty as those pickups, which actually I guess there's a pretty good chance. All right, so, I forgot I turned it off. All right, so far nothing. Poorest part of the track though. All right, so we're gonna let that go. Uh-oh. We're just not having a, let's slow it down for one thing. It's still got something going on here. All right, we've got literally something right here. I'm not sure what it is, but since I'm over here and it's close and it's easy, we'll check it out. Honestly, I don't see. Oh, so this this S gauge track is a little bit different than Lionel because it's only got two rails on your radiuses. It really needs to. They need to butt each other, or else the radius gets kind of weird. Sometimes it creates an angle that those, especially the diesel engines, don't like. So I think that's what happened. We'll see soon enough. So I haven't drinking much coffee. All right, so we're still got some issues of some sort going on here. All right, well, track for now. Put it up here. Put it over here in the to be serviced area. All right, let's see what else we can play with. Something that does work. So, all right, let's try with the standard gauge. I had it on the absolute worst part of the track when I tried to start it earlier. All right, well, at least that worked. That's nice. So when I tried to turn on this center track earlier, over here in this area, it did nothing. So let's see what we can get going on that. Let's see. What's this one? It's just I think when these things sit on the track for more than a day or so, they create like this little bitty spot of like micro rust between micro corrosion between the track and the wheel. Sometimes if you just move it right beyond that, it'll work itself out. All right, well, my N-gauge is kind of flying over here, so I'm going to slow this guy down. Okay. So I think the only thing else that we have that might run is the American Flyer over here on the inside track. Let's try it. So every time this does this and it just comes right on, no problem or whatever, I think the same thing is like, wow, this is really awesome. So So we at least we do have some representation of American Flyer, just not in the diesel vintage. Now probably it won't, but the blue Royal right over there may or may not decide it's gonna entertain us today. It's going reverse, so that's a plus. Let's see if I can. That's the worst part of the track right there. I'm gonna get over to about the station, which is the best part of the track. Let's see if it'll go into Ford. It was stuck in neutral, so yeah, no. I don't I don't exactly understand what's going on with that. We pulled this all apart not a couple weeks ago. Either something else has gotten in that E unit or something else has happened because it was working so well. Now it's not. I mean, I could go over there and I could tap on it, it would work, but really I just want hard copy. So I'm not going to do that. No, I'm happy with what's going. One little bum with these uh, American Flyer offerings, the diesel and the Blue Royal are kind of being a butthead today. It happens. Like I say, I can't explain to you why some days it'll run for hours on end, no problem whatsoever, and then other days it's like this. Yeah. And I certainly can't explain that Burlington, Oregon over there that just like, no, not doing it today. More than likely it's a track issue, but it's run on that track before, so I can't really say. Okay, guys, I'm not going to say something for a moment because I'm going to drink some of this coffee because I really need to get some coffee in me. Kind of curious why that 666 isn't working. However, I don't generally run it with the American flyer on the next track over anyway, because they tend to want to run over each other. That 666 is a little wide on its turn, and every once in a while they catch. And, we try to avoid that. They run them off the track or run them into each other or have them run over me, but all of that happened today. So. So I think we might give that standard gauge just a little bit of a break. Don't want to have to look for yet another motor armature unless I have to. Uh-oh. No, I didn't mean to stop it there, though. Yeah. Move it over here. One thing about these older locomotives like this is like you kind of got to plan ahead on your stop, because once you turn them off, they're going to roll a good little bit. They're just built that way. So I thought about running the 342 standard gauge this morning, but with all the issues we had with the things that normally run fine with no issue, we didn't get to do that. We can do that another day. It will certainly always be another day. Told you guys I have a headache, and it's kind of like it comes and then it goes, and it's sinuses. I know it is my allergy. You can probably hear it in my voice, probably for the last 90 days. But I don't know. You would think that the noise of the trains would bother it, but actually, no, no. All right. You know, what's interesting is that the horse car behind the G-scale diesel, generally speaking, anything that happens, like, a jolt or, I don't know, even the wind blowing good, it seems like sometimes they'll knock it off the track. But the G-scale, I mean, you saw it earlier, it kind of tried to run me over. Well, it did run me over a few times. and everything just stayed on the track, just nice and calm, nice and good. So I don't know. Haven't purchased anything new, although as you can see, I don't buy new, like new anything. But I haven't purchased any new trains in a while now. We've got an issue with one of the puppy's legs where we have to do some surgery. So we're trying to kind of save our pennies for that. Always something. He's a good dog. He's a good boy. So we'll get it done. Not sure how it's all going to come together, but fate has a way of getting things done that need to be done. So anyway, when he these are the two puppies that got dumped that were severely emaciated, and originally the veterinarian thought that uh, the problem with his leg was a developmental problem because he had been, severely emaciated during a critical development of his leg, as a puppy. But we're just going to watch it. This last trip to the vet, I was like, no, if nothing else, so we can, compare it to something later. So when we got the X-ray back, his front leg, the vertical bone that goes down his leg is actually in two separate pieces. Don't know if that's a birth defect or if he's injured right after he was born or whatever. He's not in any pain right now, but he's going to be a very large dog, so he kind of needs that foot. So we're going to go ahead and do it, and that's what you do. They're animals; they can't do it for themselves. The good news is he's a really good dog. He's really lovable. I don't know exactly what he is. I think mostly mutt. He does kind of have the Saint Bernard face, and looks like he could have that build. So we'll see. All right. Well, everything's behaving really well. If anything has stopped or come off the track, I haven't noticed it. So that standard gauge has probably been resting long enough that we can probably run it again a little bit. Sure wish I knew what had happened to that track for the American Flyer Diesel. It may just need to be cleaned. I mean, with all that garbage on those pickups, maybe it's just got that much garbage on the track too. Guess we'll see soon enough. Well, the good news today is that my equipment, the camera, the capture card, and I think this wireless leveler has worked well today. So I'm not sure what the issues we had for the first 3 minutes of the last time we did this was, but the camera just didn't seem to want to work for anything. And today it seems like it's okay. So we will hope that continues. Eventually, I think we'd like to maybe get something a little bit better on the equipment, but that's definitely not in the cards at the moment. So we're just gonna make do with what we have, which is generally what we do anyway. But all right, still haven't finished this first cup of coffee. I'm doing this wrong. So for anybody that hasn't seen it yet, we have the on this outside wide radius track, we have the MTH pulling a bunch of what I termed military themed cars. We did a video on that and some other things here on the layout that have kind of a military theme to them. I enjoyed making that video. I hadn't realized that I had quite that much. I was worried that it wasn't quite enough to make a video about, but it turned out okay, and I actually think it might be better because we had a little less. I don't know. Sometimes I think it probably shows a little bit more. Now the the flatbed car that has, I don't know what that is. It looks like ammunition on it or something. It's supposed to have a tank on it as well, and I say supposed to have. It came in the same box with that car, but I can't figure out how to keep it on the car. Maybe it's supposed to be physically tied down. So it's got a tank that goes on there, but it won't stay on. We might stick it on there in a minute just for amusement, but I promise you it won't stay. Even as smooth and slow as it's running, it won't stay. So let's stand up for a minute. We'll just do that next time it comes around. So, all right. Do the picture of tankers. Well, I had it backwards. We'll have to wait for the next time around. I wasn't quite that coordinated. That when I was younger with my eyes closed, but anyway, all right, I got it on there, kind of, sort of. Maybe we'll straighten it up a little bit next time it comes around. Oh, well, it's on there. It's just the ammunition is kind of wonky. Whatever. I'm not sure that either one of those pieces actually goes on that car, but we stuck it on there because it was in the box. All right. Well, it'll look good until it falls off. Hopefully, when it falls off, it won't cause some sort of major catastrophe. I had that bundle of ammunition, or I'm not sure what that's supposed to be on that car that's with the tank, but I had that fall off, and I promise you, it derailed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tracks just by that, just by everything running into each other and shifting just that much. Once again, none of this stuff is fastened down. It's all on the floor. This is the floor, and it's not a floor I can certainly nail that I can nail into. I don't think I mean, I'm not quite that obsessed with this just yet. Let's put it that way. All right. Well, the things that did decide to run today are running well. We'll just put it that way. For the life of me, I cannot figure out why. I know I keep saying this, but why? Some days the tractor is fine, and other days it won't work. I mean, it's just no. And I mean, nothing's changed. Nobody comes in here but me. So, Amtrak might be running a little too slow on that second half. Keep an eye on that. I don't want it to sit there and not have enough power to move. Just need to probably take all of those tracks up and clean them up, look at them, and see what's going on. One that doesn't have issues is the G scale, and it's got a different kind of fastener beyond the little clips that you would normally use. It's got these little things that actually have like an Allen socket. It like clamps down on the track. It can't come apart on those. So, well, I say can't. It hasn't. All right, guys, we're coming up on an hour. I can't imagine that anybody wants to watch this for an hour. I mean, other than me. So, all right, I think we're probably going to call this all for today. Other than some track issues, I think today went pretty well. I think we might have some cleanliness issues maybe on some of these tracks, and I don't know on some of the others. So we'll get that sorted out. I doubt we'll do that live because that'd be pretty boring. Well, I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. Whatever you guys think. Don't have any magic secrets or whatever. I'll probably do it just like everybody else. But all right, guys. I think I'm going to call this it for this morning. I really do need to try to completely get rid of this headache, and then I need to go to work. So, all right, guys. Until next time, we appreciate your presence. We appreciate your support. We appreciate you being a part of our YouTube family. If you're not a part of our YouTube family, which means that you haven't subscribed, this might be a good time to go ahead and do that. You'll get notifications of when we go live and when we post new videos. I haven't been as good this week on posting videos as I normally. We typically upload a video either every day or every other day. And frankly, a lot of that depends upon the editing time and the upload time for whatever reason. And it may be my internet or I don't know, but
I'm having a very difficult time uploading the videos in a way that's not 2 and 3 hours. So, and sometimes it's not. So I think it's probably my internet. But anyway, we'll look into that too. But so if you don't see anything from us for a minute or two, a day or two, give us a holler. We'll show you something. Anyway, so join our family, subscribe to our channel. If you like this, then you'll probably like the rest. It's equally as insane. Shenanigans. I call it shenanigans. So, all right, guys. With that, I am out. Have a great day.